There are several waypoints around the island. Each of these has a unique quest or a requirement to unlock it. Some of these are easy and some of these will take some time to complete. So in order not to discourage you completely from the start, I will go over from what I have found is the quickest and easiest to the ones that took up the most time and nearly drove me to insanity that even the Mad Hatter of Alice in Wonderland could be proud of. So first things first, ready for an adventure? First stop, the mythical dream quest. On the 7th day of spring, a dream nudges you to visit one of 4 shrines. You see a critter? Let it be, it's got the need for speed. After shrine vibes, a chieftain's mail guides you along a petal-covered path on your farm. Some ritual jazz, and you're off to the lake temple meeting the bigwig herself. Altars unlock. Now gather basic resources. Snag him from the Woodlands if you're short, and bam! Catch altar, fast travel, and 2 waypoints at the farm and lake temple are unlocked. We'll go over the waypoints on land and wrap up with all the ones underwater. But before we start, one thing that really helped me is that you can slow down time in your options menu. This helps you that you can use more of your day while grinding your ass off. But right, enough time wasted, let's jump into this. Probably the quickest one would be the diving Pier waypoint. All that is required here is for you to activate 1 solar orb. For a detailed guide on activating solar orbs, check the link in the description below. Another waypoint you can get early on is the one at the mine. The Cavern is unlocked on the 5th day of your first year in spring. All you must do here is reach level 15 in the earth mine. A more efficient way to find the shaft leading down in the early stages is to begin hitting the smaller rocks before going over to the larger ones, as these only need 1 swing to break. You should always bring some food because you have a checkpoint at every 5 levels except level 35, and the mine will reset that entire segment if you leave before that due to lack of energy. The town waypoint is probably the one that I use most, and it's at Sam's General Store. Basically all that is required here is that you need to complete the first half of the quest for Sam to supply his store with local producers. You start off where Sam triggers the town rank cutscene with Connor, and you sell 1 crop thereafter. A mail will be sent to you 5 days after to initiate the quest. You need to supply bronze quality veg and fruit, and it's easily done when you fertilize your soil when planting. The Lookout waypoint is another one that can be completed easy and early on, as you only need to complete 2 offerings at the lake temple. Since you have already completed 1 offering, the essential resources, you only need to supply 1 more, and because we are progressing nicely into spring now, you should have no problem delivering on 1 turnip, 1 daisy, 1 carrot, 1 wasabi, foraged anywhere, and 1 morel, also foraged anywhere on the map. I'm combining the beach and woodlands waypoint into one as they share similarities. Both requires you to catch 50 fish or bugs respectively. Catches don't need to be unique and there's no rarity associated to them. Armed with your trusty fishing rod and your bug net from the beach shack, thanks to Sunny and Eleanor, you're ready to dive into this task. But hold on. As you reel in your fishy companions or catch those creepy crawlies for a 30 catch challenge, keep a lookout for specific fish and bugs that will play a crucial role in future offerings at the catch altar. Timing's everything, so take note of the conditions. For the freshwater offering, you need 1 catfish, 1 tilapia, 1 rainbow fish, 1 silver arowana, and 1 koi. Saltwater fish offering, you need 1 pink snapper, a lionfish, Asian sheephead, a yellowfin tuna, and a sardine. For the daytime insects offering, you need 1 pipevine swallowtail butterfly, 1 tiger beetle, 1 yucca moth, 1 assam silk moth, 1 monarch. The night insects requires you to get a firefly, 1 cecropio caterpillar, a centipede, a rove beetle, and an atlas moth. Catching these at the right time will not only spice up your museum donation collection, but also set the stage for offerings that unlocks another waypoint at the hillside. So the requirement here is very simple, where you need to complete any 2 offerings in the catch altar. If you've successfully reeled in all these fantastic fish or caught those creepy crawlies during your beach and woodlands excursions, well, congratulations to you. However, I sucked and only managed to complete the freshwater fish offering, so I went into a different direction with this one. However, you might have a better chance of unlocking this way earlier than I did, not necessarily with less effort, while you are on the 50 catch challenge. So if you're anything like me and you have not managed to complete 2 of the 4 offerings in the catch altar while doing the 50 catch challenge and only managed 1, then I would suggest completing the Ocean's Critter offering. For the ocean critters you will need 1 cannonball jellyfish, 1 hermit crab, 1 sexy shrimp, 1 sunflower sea star and 1 pom-pom crab. Now that we've covered some essential waypoints and strategies, I hope you're finding this guide helpful on your island adventure. If you are enjoying the tips and insights, don't forget to hit that like button to let me know that you're with me on this journey. And hey, if you want to stay updated with more in-depth guides and gaming content, consider subscribing. You won't want to miss what's coming up next. If you think the previous few were hair-raising, hold on to your socks, because we're about to dive into the up-and-coming waypoints that will test your perseverance, your patience, and maybe even your sanity. So let's continue with this wild ride as we uncover the secrets of the hidden village of the giants. Here you are required to free 2 giants from the earth and water mines. Sounds simple, right? You remember those 15 floors you conquered earlier? Well, brace yourself, because you need to do this 65 more times. Each mine has 40 floors, and at the bottom you get to free the giant. So it's imperative that you have by now at least upgraded your pickaxe to a bronze quality. Is it worth it? Hell yeah. Besides the waypoint that you unlock, you also gain access to enchantments for your tools for freeing the earth giant. I suggest enchanting your pickaxe before heading into the water mines. So stick to the end as we will be covering the enchantments then. The museum waypoint is probably not too difficult and does warrant a high place in this list. However, I chose to add it here because of what you require to complete it. There are 3 quests. The first is Empty No More. Scott gives you the nod to kickstart the museum by donating something. So why not toss in some of those fantastic fish you've been reeling in? Or chuck in some of those artifacts you Indiana Jones from the mines. This adventure can kick off as early as day 3. After that, the museum once more. With the museum expansion quest, you're on a mission to donate a whopping 60 more items. Get ready to flex those collecting muscles. Now, here's where a bit of patience comes into play. Scott's gearing up for a Kickstarter campaign. He'll send you a mail on the 2nd day after completing the museum expansion quest. Then another mail the next day, and another on the 3rd. But only after the 7th day, Scott will finally then show up at your doorstep. The last of the land waypoints is the hot springs, and wow, they do make you work for this one. You are required to complete 10 offerings at the lake temple. So if you have been following, you should at least have 4 done by now. I would suggest continuing with your crop altar and completing the summer offering, the fall offering and the winter offering. And then as well the ocean scalable, where you would require 5 sea salt, 1 king scallop, 1 eastern oyster, 1 blue mussel and 1 greasy urchin. I ended it off by completing the basic cooking and basic artisan offering. To be able to do any type of cooking, you have to upgrade your house at the carpenter. That will take about 3 days to build. All kitchen appliances can be bought from Stock and Pan, a shop located between the laboratory and the furniture store. You will require a blender, a grill, a skillet, a pot and a rice for your smoothie, grilled fish, sunny side eggs, tomato and origami. For the basic artisan's offering, you would require a mayonnaise machine. You need a keg for any fruit juices. Kegs can be unlocked when you reach level 6 in your farming. You need a mason jar to craft any type of butter, as well as any type of pickles. The mason jars gets unlocked when you reach level 3 in your farming, and you need a dehydrator. Dehydrator is a reward for completing the ocean salvageable, or you can craft it once you've reached level 4 in your diving. So that's all for the land waypoints, and if you think the hardest part is done and dusted, then you are sadly mistaken. There is really no complexity to unlocking the 5 underwater waypoints. It just takes a considerable amount of time to do so. Fortunately for you, you should already have progressed nicely towards the 40-meter waypoint if you have been following with us to complete offerings like the ocean salvageables and the ocean critters. What you will have to do for these 5 is the first one will require 10 coral sites to be unlocked at 10 meters. The second one will require additional 20 coral sites to be unlocked for the 20-meter waypoint. Then you would need to reach the Mer Kingdom and visit the palace as part of the unwanted guest quest. The 40-meter waypoint yields 62 coral sites in total. Lima is the last one, and that is to unlock all 85 coral sites. Good luck to everybody for that one. Before wrapping up, let's go over a couple of upgrades. I suggest upgrading your pickaxe to a bronze quality and your scythe with your fishing pole to at least a silver. Anything higher is obviously better. The gold upgrades requires you to have hardwood. Hardwood can be found on your farm. Just chuck a stick of dynamite at those logs. Lastly, if you have managed to free the giant from the first mine, go and enchant your tools. Quality of enchantments and the number of enchantments can be applied depending on the number of giants freed and the quality level of the tool respectively. You can enchant your tools by trading various gems and artifacts to meet the level requirement needed for the enchantment. Some notable enchantments for your tools are Mighty Hit, a chance to destroy debris in one hit, no energy drain, a chance to have no energy drained. And then the Swift Swing, that decreases the charge and increases the tool use speed. As we wrap up this journey through the waypoints of our island paradise, remember, it's not just about completing tasks. It's about savoring each moment, finding joy in the simple pursuits, and relishing the unique rhythm of island life. Whether you're diving into the depths of the oceans to clear trash, fighting monsters in the mines, or tending to your crops in the field, every waypoint is a marker of your progress and a testament to your resilience. May your journey be filled with discoveries, your endeavors fruitful, and your island days ever radiant. Until next time, happy wayfinding. And remember, those that came together remain together.